Hi, welcome to Kristin's Corner. I'm Kristin Huffman, and this is a show where I interview experts in the entertainment industry, and we discuss trends and changes in the business so that we can all be better prepared. Today, as a special treat, I'm speaking with some of the up-and-coming stars who are going to be making their way in our industry, and more importantly, they're starring in New Paradigm Theater Company's production of Footloose, which is going to be live this summer. So I would love it if each one of you would introduce yourselves and then tell us what role that you're going to be playing and also where you're located. Why don't we start with Raul?
Hi, I'm Raul Calderon. I'm playing Willard, and currently I am located at Western Connecticut State University.
Hi, I'm Megan Hasse. In normal years, I'm based out of New York City, and now I am quarantined on my parents' farm in Northern Virginia.
Hi, I'm Lance Jewett. I'm going to be playing Chuck in Footloose, and I'm based out of New York City. I'm in Manhattan right now.
Hey, I'm Erika Spondike. I'm playing Rusty this summer, and right now I'm in West Hartford, Connecticut, and I'm finishing up my junior year at the Hart School.
Hi, my name's Ramone Nelson. I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia, but I'm currently in Tallahassee, Florida, and I'll be playing Ren.
What was interesting about this year for us and what made it a little different is that everyone in our show, like everyone, not just you all, but everyone in our show auditioned for us digitally. In years past, we'd call those self-tapes. Now they're called digital submissions. And then we held Zoom callbacks. So what do you all see as the advantages of that, of being able to audition on Zoom and being called back on Zoom?
It's easier, one, financially for someone from like me who attended Florida State. Instead of flying to all these different regional theaters, it's easier for me to send in a tape and then get myself and my material out there and hopefully, luckily, book opportunities like this.
Honestly, just the ability to, take your audition space to be like your own space that you kind of own. You get to present what you're looking for. And I think there's certainly challenges involved with that as well, because there's difference between something that I get as many takes as I want to record and send off versus doing it live in the room. But I think there's some really nice advantages to it as well.
But we called back, very few people out of the large amount that submitted. How do you feel about that Zoom callback?
It's a little disorienting. I think by now, I guess we're all used to it. I didn't do that many callbacks on Zoom, so it's like, do you look at them? Do you look at the camera? Now there's all like Zoom etiquette that they're gonna teach in college courses next year. Nothing beats speaking to someone, even if it's virtually, especially the director or the casting director, and getting a redirect and getting the chance to do it again. So.
It was interesting because our assistant director said after we already knew kind of who, at least we had narrowed it down to 2 or 3 people for each part that we really liked. And she said, can't we just offer it to our first choice? And both the director and I said, no, we absolutely, what they sent to us digitally was their best effort, of course, but we got to see what their personalities are like. We were just holding our breath that you all would be as nice as you were, and you were. And another thing too, this is just interesting for those people watching, we had told everybody to be there 5 minutes early. We wanted everybody in the waiting room because we booked it really tightly for the callbacks. And every single person was. Had there been anyone who showed up late, we would have X'd them out. We had a lot of choices, unless there was a Wi-Fi problem, then we understood that. And it's great for theater companies who don't necessarily have the funds to be able to always go into New York. It gives more people a chance, which is bad too, because it gives more people a chance, which means we have to weed through way more submissions. But that also means that those digital submissions have to pop right away. Otherwise, we just have to move on to the next person. That's usually what the pros that I've been talking with about, that is always something they bring up as a trend that they see continuing on. Each one of you are at different stages of your careers. How did you all handle your career with all the changes that happened this year?
I graduated last May. I actually this week get to go celebrate what would have been last year's graduation. So I'm excited for that.
So you've really just had this 1 year out, and it's been COVID year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so how have you handled it? You moved to New York.
Yeah. So basically the way I handled it was, I finished out the last little bit that was my senior year, at school with my friends. And then, really for me, it's been trying to keep my my finger on the pulse of whatever it is that is going on, but also taking, the opportunity to do other things in stride. So I actually spent a long time working. I helped out at a healthcare staffing firm. Obviously it felt really nice to be able to help out with the pandemic and to be able to, save up some money for other times, when I really want to be able to throw myself back in as there's more and more auditions and stuff like that coming in.
Megan, how have you been this year? You said you were you moved out of New York, but you're going to be coming back in. How have you handled your career?
And I've been very fortunate to work consistently since I graduated from college. And I was like mid-contract in Indianapolis when the pandemic hit. And then I've been very privileged to have a soft landing, which is to say I got to move back in with my parents. That's a privilege that not everyone has. So I got a job at the local school that I grew up at. I had an amazing community to sort of lift me up. But this year has just been a challenge. But career-wise for me, I've found, I lost at least two contracts in 2020. I lost one in 2021 because I got exposed to COVID. For me, it's been about finding joy in things, finding self-worth in things that aren't employment. And I did a lot of activism work around the 2020 election. So, theater is everything, but theater is not everything. There are so many other valuable parts to you as a human being, and the pandemic, fortunately or not, may bring those out.
What kind of training do you think colleges should offer that maybe aren't so typical, that might have just crept up this year, like what they would need? And for those of you who are out, what training do you wish you had had? Like, oh, if I had just had that one more class.
I know not every school does this, but our school included learning how to do pre-screens, how to shoot our stuff. They required a majority of us to own a ring light, such as this. They required us to teach us how to look at the camera, how to use your person as a scene partner, where to look, how to act, and it just overall helped.
Things that I've really noticed this past year from being in it is seeing everyone adapt to just this new educational landscape. But even in just the classes I'm taking, I'm a musical theater major, but I'm a performing arts management minor. And I've been taking this class, it's promotional media as a performing artist. And in this world that is just so digital now, like COVID aside, just looking at social media before all of this, it's been really great to just look at creating video content for yourself and putting yourself out there in that landscape as well. And that really helps with an actor's branding. And I found that to be really, really important in what I've been learning.
I get the producers and the directors and various people to say what they think, but from your advantage point, what do you see as upcoming tips and trends that you would give people just kind of starting out in New York or any place in theater?
Overall, just having a ring light in some sort of background, because shooting self-tapes is going to be the new normal, especially with COVID going on. And regardless, even when it's most likely gone, it's most likely going to continue to be the normal.
Ramone, since you just graduated, what are some of your big goals for 2021?
One of my big things is to move out of my house and officially move to New York and be a New York-based artist. Right, especially right now, not everyone has the advantage of having a contract before moving to the city. So I'm thankful for sure that I am going to be at New Paradigm this summer before moving to the city. But I think that's, my first big thing is moving to the city. And then eventually, as auditions start to open up, it's just getting my name out there and starting to figure out where I want to go. I have aspirations to do film and TV just as much as I do for theater. And especially right now, it's film and TV is the thing that's open right now. So making myself available, and luckily Florida State has trained me well enough to make myself capable of doing both theater and film and TV. Really just excited to get there and excited to meet all of these people, all of you guys, and start my chosen family of being a New York-based artist.
I think my goal is just to continue to find out, really what it is that I'm looking to be as an artist. I think that this year has been a great opportunity to kind of reflect on that. otherwise, I'd love to be able to continue to be someone who's got, things lined up like all of us do right now. And I also really want to continue taking some more classes and stuff like that, get in with people in the New York scene as well. I was really fortunate to get great training out in Texas at TCU, but I'm excited to get the opportunity to learn from people who are like really in the heartbeat of the city right now as well.
I think, going back to in-person dance classes and going to my voice teacher and going to this, meeting with casting directors, that's the plan. And I got a dog. So spending time with my dog.
I'm really just looking forward so much to senior year and all of the excitement that's going to come from that. Really, I just from what I've heard from all of my friends, just all of the great connections that like really that final year, and not that in actors training is ever done, but getting this last like round in, I'm just really excited for to like really work on solidifying myself as an artist, I feel like.
All right, I hope this doesn't make me sound sad, but my goal is to really just enjoy and like learn a lot from doing this show with you guys, because this is my first like professional
and Raul is officially
production.
my favorite one of you so far.
No, I'm like trying to think about it, and like really like this is like my first professional production. This is my first time working like in it in like an actual acting environment. Because sure, like I've done community theater, but like they're more lenient with how things go, and like
we're not
it's not really like going all out, but like exactly, yeah. And like that's like what I'm looking forward to, and I know, but like that is like gonna be like my highlight of 2021, like just being in this show and getting to learn a lot what it's like to work with professionals.
That was a very good segue. I was going to ask each one of you what are you looking forward to about Footloose? I'm sure Megan, it's because I'm going to play her mom. I'm going to play her mom. But other than that, what are your favorite part? What are you looking forward to about Footloose this summer?
I love this show so much. I feel like it's just so funny and wild. This is actually Footloose was the first show I did out of high school, like same like August, same like during the summer, also during my birthday. So this will be very exciting.
Remind us of that.
It's a show that's just kind of like near and dear to my heart. And I think especially like as it's getting back to live theater, just to get people like happy and dancing again. I'm really looking forward to, as a dancer especially, I'm just really excited to like get back on stage and do fun things.
Getting to sing some great rock music is always a fun time. But kind of getting to dive into a character with a little bit of an underbelly, a character who's not you're maybe not supposed to like so much, I think is a really fun assignment as an actor for sure.
Yeah.
And then I'm also really excited, just getting to see all of you guys like really for the first time. I'm just excited to get to work with and meet some great young actors who can be hopefully maybe really good friends too, moving on after that.
It's going to sound really lame, but I am really looking forward to being in rehearsal. That's my favorite part
too. Yeah.
That's just where I find a lot of joy. I think spending time with you guys and exploring, like making discoveries throughout the script, working with a creative team. It's just the best. You can't beat it.
This is a weird thing, but in our school, we're taught how to like read music and taught like how to put it into the actual rehearsal room. And I'm kind of excited to actually see like how this will work out.
Just a culmination of all of those things. I will say I fully agree with Megan that I am very excited to get into rehearsal and really just play and explore and be in that element of rehearsing for a performance, but also just to what Erika was saying about just getting back into space and being and introducing live theater to this audience in Connecticut who hasn't seen it in I don't know how long. I mean, I'm sure things are opening up now, but for some people who will come to Footloose, this will be their first show since the pandemic.
I think you guys are really going to love working with Paul Bogave, Grammy and Emmy winner and Tony nominee. Paul Bogave, he's intense. He has more credits than anybody I know. He comes in, he does the work, he's not a diva, he gets his stuff, he already has everything memorized, he told me. So a lot of things that we're doing are going to be very PR worthy. Our partner nonprofit is Kids Helping Kids, and we've already done a great event with their kids. So yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of really great stuff surrounding this production, as if it wasn't enough just to be live, you know. And you start rehearsals with us on August 1st, which will be Fast and Furious. You know, it goes really quickly. And you know who always learns the show the fastest? The kids. So we're excited to have you all as that middle layer to show the kids how a professional acts, and then to be able to put you elbow to elbow with people like Paul Bogave. Come on. I'm truly excited to have all of you as a part of our summer. We are very loyal, and we love to stay in touch with all of you after that as well, and try to help make connections. We also want to hear about your careers. We think each one of you is just going to be a complete star. The reason for this show, Kristin's Corner, is that I just want people to feel more prepared in our industry, certainly than I did when I stepped out of my own little corner and made a career. So we hope that you'll tune in next time, and you'll hear more tips and trends from possibly other people in Footloose, as well as some of my industry contacts who just want to be helpful to you and help you make your careers great. Thanks. Thank you all.